Hi, my name is Jill Baty, and I'll be talking a little bit about why I think I'm an excellent candidate for the environmental planning position with the City of Fort Collins. First, I'll tell you a little bit about my experience explaining complex data in a simplified manner that helps people understand. I've been working with data collection, management, analysis, and communication for a decade. I've published 5 peer-reviewed journal articles, 3 major science-based reports, and a master's thesis based on ecological research. I think one work experience that I've had that really illustrates well how I've been able to communicate to lots of different audiences complex data is when I worked as a researcher collecting data on lead levels in soils in Sacramento, California. I was part of a team that included ecologists and sociologists who have really different ways of talking about and collecting data. So even working within our team, there were a lot of learning experiences about communicating data, even for these high-level professionals. I was the front end of the project, so I was the one who was actually going out to people's homes to collect the lead data and the sociology data. So I needed to be able to talk to people about why we were asking the questions we were asking, what the results would be used for, what our results, what the implications were for people in their own homes, if we found high lead or if we didn't find high lead in the soil. And then also sort of as a broader citywide scale, what Sacramento looked like as opposed to, for example, New Orleans, where they do have a lot of lead. And then I also explained my particular methods that I was using for collecting the lead data from the soil. So I was using an X-ray machine, going all around people's yards and in their gardens. And then once in a while people even asked a little bit about how the X-ray machine worked, so I got to explain that too. And then in addition, people were asking me vegetable gardening questions. So they had just received a garden box from our partner nonprofit, environmental justice nonprofit. And I was the first person that they had face-to-face contact with after the box was installed. So I was answering questions about why their tomatoes had yellow leaves and that sort of thing. So I've experienced communicating scientific data in lots of different areas to lots of different people with different backgrounds. Why this position is a really good fit for me: I'm passionate about environmental management. My work experience is clear evidence of that passion, and you can see that on my resume. I have really broad experience that I think it gives me perspectives that will make me a valuable asset to the Environmental Services Department. In addition, I understand city governments really well. I've worked for city governments, I've worked for county governments, and I've also worked with city and regional governments, both as someone in the nonprofit sector and as someone in the research sector. And I've also been a citizen representative to city government. So I understand how government works from a lot of different perspectives. So I think that this will all make me really good at not just the nitty-gritty of the actual data collection and carbon accounting, managing and analyzing the data, but also making sure that those data are communicated in the best way possible to all the appropriate audiences. Thanks.